All right. Hello, everybody. Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here with a look at some showers and storms that are headed our way as we get going into this afternoon hours. Everybody's been basically dry for most of the day, but just now starting to see some showers pop up in Hernando and Citrus County, and then we've got a pretty decent line of storms that's coming at us from offshore. The point, though, with that is that I think some of that's going to fall apart. So not all of it, but some of it, and the question is how much of it is going to be strong, on the strong side, and that's what we're going to keep our eye on here. Let me get my comments up here. We're on 10 Tampa Bay's Facebook page, also on my own. We're not actually on my own yet, so I'll wait for that. But you can see basically the rain is just offshore. Pretty good line, too, of those showers and storms here off to our north and the west. And the forecast model is suggesting that these will thin out and weaken as they push onshore, but you can see we've already started to see some light showers just kind of pushing in that US 19 corridor from Hudson all the way up to Pine Island. Brooksville will see a few showers and get up towards the Suncoast Parkway, and of course US 19 all the way through Citrus County. Levy County, Cedar Key, little thunderstorm rolling through the area right now. Watching for rotation, that would be the main threat with these. Not seeing anything now. I'll caution, we're looking pretty high in the atmosphere using the radar here from Tampa. And even if you go up and use the Tallahassee radar, we're still looking pretty high. There's a little bit of rotation here, but I don't think that's actually what we're worried about there. So far so good as far as that goes. Something that we have to watch, though, throughout the rest of the evening hours. Typically what happens is we do see these flare up out here over our shelf waters. And then generally, and this is what's happening right now, notice how this one was pretty strong right here. Let me back up here. I'm going to show you this. Watch this storm right here. All right, I'm going to circle this one. What happens is that gets strong, then one gets strong here, then one gets strong here, then one gets strong here. That's usually what happens. And then if you watch, there goes the other one. You see it right there? That's forming. This one has weakened just a little bit up here. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Certainly that one's growing. That's the key. And then I would expect that this will continue to grow south along the line, and eventually it's going to end up over here. And these should weaken a little bit. Now, these are holding together a little bit up here, and that's a forecast by the models, but I think some of it's going to weaken a little bit. Bigger picture, all that wind out there today, man, has it been windy. Gusts well into the 30s. It's out of the south, now turning a little more to the south and southwest. You can see these clouds here blowing onshore. That's going to help feed into these storms, but it's mostly moisture more than anything else. We've seen plenty of sunshine south of I-4, not as much north of there. The more sun you see, the warmer it is, the more energy we have to make storms. But right now, this initial line coming in here is coming into a little bit of a cooled atmosphere. A bigger picture, you don't see a whole lot behind it, but we're actually going to develop a few more. We've got a front that's just going to get stalled in here, and it's going to take, well, at least through Sunday morning before we finish dealing with it. But the overall picture is not going to change much until we get towards Wednesday night and Thursday of next week. So we're going to be dealing with this for a little bit. Notice what's happening up here in Virginia, parts of North Carolina and South Carolina, up into Maryland as well. Tornado watches for mainly the I-95 corridor, it looks like now in the Carolinas. Air temps for us, mid-80s. Most areas south of I-4, only 77 in Crystal River, and rain headed that way, so things will cool down a little bit more there. But look at these winds. Current winds sustained in the 20s. Gusts 39 mile per hour wind gusts at Clearwater last hour, 37 in St. Pete, 38 in Sarasota. You can see some of the bigger numbers here, 29 in Tampa. And if we zoom in a little bit, Pinellas County, some of these numbers aren't all that impressive, but trust me, the purple there, we're seeing some wind gusts in excess of 35, almost to 40 miles per hour. I haven't seen any 40s officially, but certainly well into the 30s. That will actually come down a little bit as we get going into later tonight. That's the good news. So, man, if it was trash day today, you go down to your neighbors that lives north of you because the wind's blowing from the south. That's where you can pick up your trash can. All right, got the comments up here. Valerie, how are you doing? What time should Citrus Park start to see rain? Lisa, it's a great question. Let's talk about it. First, let me get this wind out of the way. You can see it's kicking up the seas, rip current risks, all that good stuff. Dew point, it's from the south, so the dew point is really high, up in the 60s to near 70. That's the humidity you're feeling out there. And because of all that wind blowing from south to north along the Gulf, we still have that coastal flood advisory. If you watched yesterday, we talked about this. It was only going to 5 p.m. yesterday. We're like, well, no, the wind's going to go. And so they can only extend it out for so long, and now they've extended it out to 8 a.m. Friday, which makes sense. Probably won't need it that long, but the winds will start coming down overnight tonight. Still, tides will be running 2 to 3 feet above normal in Citrus County. Now, let's talk about the timing of the rain. This is 5 o'clock. So model's doing pretty good at seeing the line and getting it there. There is more shower activity out ahead of this than the model's seeing. Looks something like this that you see here, but it's actually happening right here. Okay. Now let's go out to 7 p.m. Here's the line down into northwest Pasco, Hudson by 6:30, 7 o'clock. Pinellas County, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Right, might be 8:30ish, closer to that. But notice how it's falling apart back behind it. That's a decent line of thunderstorms. Severe weather, don't see a big chance of it. I just see some storms coming. And then look what happens by about midnight tonight. We still keep this line coming through, but it really thins out. And the stronger storms stay to the south, right, just offshore, just like we were talking about at the top of the video. So still thinking that's the case for tonight. So let me back this up. I'm talking about Citrus Park rain chance. There you go at about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Okay, just about getting there. So after sunset for the most part. Now let's go out to tomorrow morning, 6:30 in the morning. Scattered showers will redevelop right along that I-4 corridor, including Pasco County, and then shift southward. This is 10 a.m. We could get a thunderstorm out of this as well, too. We got the front coming through. See the wind coming down like this? Meanwhile, the wind's coming down like this. That wind shift right in there is basically where that front is. Okay, don't want to keep drawing that thing. It changes with the model run. But there you go. By lunchtime, you can see it's down here in the Polk County. So most areas north of I-4 are basically dry by 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then, yeah, we'll keep some clouds around, but look at 5 o'clock. Most areas are dry. Only an isolated shower left over. So it's rain tonight and tomorrow morning. Then we'll dry things out just a little bit. Now, I'm going to extend this out to, I haven't done that. Let's extend this out to Saturday morning. Questions about what's going on for the weekend, right? Right now, the model says, hey, look, we start out dry Saturday morning. Clouds thicken by late in the afternoon, but this is 3 o'clock. Pasco, especially Hernando and Citrus County, showers and storms roll in now. This model keeps doing the same thing. It brings in this batch here, and then this is 3 p.m. Saturday. Now watch what happens. It kind of falls apart and doesn't bring another batch in that really affect Tampa, Tarpon Springs, St. Pete, until almost 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So I think what's happening, things will reform out here and then move at us, and that makes sense. That's what we expect. So then here comes the second round, and some of those could be on the strong side too. That would be Saturday evening. You can see by 11 o'clock, most of that has moved south of I-4. And so technically, Sunday morning, we're dry. So some of the rain chances that you're going to see for Sunday is about 40%. That's like midnight, early Sunday morning. And then there will be a small chance Sunday afternoon to see a few showers around as well too. All right, severe weather threat. This is for tonight, guys. This area up here in the Big Bend is where we'd be watching for the stronger storms. We're in this 1 out of 5. Again, they will be weakening. I think we'll be okay, but we'll be here to obviously keep an eye on this for you. And then you can see as we get into tomorrow, here we are again. That's those line of showers and storms, especially in the morning. And then on Saturday, we're going to expand that a little bit, but still only a 1 out of 5. But when that line reforms, look, it reforms tomorrow morning. It's going to reform Saturday afternoon and evening hours. And both times as it starts, especially when you do it in the afternoon on Saturday, you've just got more heat, more energy from the day. And so we'll watch for some stronger storms at that particular point. Again, the threat is low. Main threat will be gusty winds, so we'll keep an eye on it. I got to say, I think rain is really going to be adding up here, especially Tampa northward. Models typically do not do a good job of handling exact rainfall totals. I don't expect them to anyways. But I think there'll be a little bit more up in this area here, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus than what it's showing. But anywhere from 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. And you can see in the I-4 corridor here, just because we have some rain tonight, we have more developing Friday morning, and then Saturday afternoon and evening we do it again. This only goes out though to 3:30 tomorrow. So you can see almost an inch, inch and a half for some locations. Much needed rainfall, so we're not complaining. Meanwhile, Sarasota, Venice, even Bradenton, it's certainly going to be drying out. We're not going to get as much rain there. So, forecast, here we go. We've got temps slowly down through the 80s this afternoon and evening hours. The winds will actually decrease. You can see the winds here at 4 o'clock at 20, 13 at 8 o'clock, midnight they're down to 9. So that's one good thing, right? If you're worried about water levels too. Excuse me. They will be coming down. Tom says it's a hindrance for Uber Eats driver in the Pasco Pinellas area. Yeah, this evening, a little bit of time, you'll be dealing with some of the rain coming through. Obviously, that's not fun to drive in. Looking out at the beach right now, this is for this afternoon. Tomorrow the winds will come down, but there'll be a lot of surf left over out there, right out here in the nearshore waters. You can see that line offshore. You see those clouds? That is the line of showers and storms heading our direction right now. Water temperature is nice, 76. Small craft advisory is in effect. They should come down tomorrow morning, but again, we will be looking at some residual swell left over. Here's the Friday planner. Notice the rain chance highest in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 5, 6, 7 p.m. A few showers, nothing major. Better chance, especially in the Tampa area, is going to be in the morning hours. Now, rainfall. Let's look at this coverage map here. And this looks like a lot of rain, I know. But remember, Saturday is mainly, this is in the morning. Most of this is in the afternoon and evening. And then Sunday, most of this is early. And then a little bit of this is later in the afternoon. So, best timing I put here, PM Saturday, AM Sunday, with a few afternoon showers on Sunday. Nothing you got to worry about Sunday. And then this is isolated stuff that pops up Monday afternoon and then Tuesday afternoon as well too. So the bulk of it is tonight and tomorrow morning. It's tomorrow night, and tomorrow night into Saturday morning as well. So there's 7-day there's the chance for rain, I should say, and you can see certainly the highest is tonight, and then we'll drop it down to about Monday 20% or so, 30% on Tuesday. All right, temps. No major cold front makes it through here. At least no cool air. We may get a wind shift. I do expect that, but it's a brief one, and it kind of washes out. So we don't have any cool air. We don't have any dry air coming back in. The clouds and showers will help keep us a little bit on the cooler side. Monday, you can see we'll actually get more and more sunshine, so we'll get warmer. So the weekend right now, we're going about 83, 84 degrees both days. 80% rain chance Saturday afternoon and evening. That 40% rain chance is just a few showers around on Sunday afternoon. I think the first half and most of the day actually looks really good. Donna, I don't know why you can't hear me. I haven't heard too many complaints about that. Most people are hearing us. But if everybody else is having a hard time, then let us know. Let me kind of give you an idea of how this is getting hung up, right? Look at all the moisture. What you would want to see with a nice cold front is this brown air color, this dry air pushing all the way in here. Watch what happens as we get into, what was that? It must be warning. Oh yeah, okay, marine warning. Looks like just some gusty winds. What do we got here? Water spouts and gusty winds. Yeah, they just issued a marine warning for those storms just offshore. All right, so let's go back out Saturday and Sunday. This is Monday. Look, nothing pushes in. It actually goes by to our north. You see this? But by the time we get towards Wednesday night and Thursday of next week, literally a week out, I think we're going to get another one of those coming in here. You can see by the time we get to Wednesday, here comes some cooler, drier air. Thursday, that is likely the push that will let this air come in here. So between now and then, it stays warm, stays muggy, and we kind of have on and off shower chances. It's going to be a little unsettled around here, which is actually not bad news. Here's what it looks like on the GFS model. This is Tuesday. Tuesday, fairly dry day. That's Wednesday. So early Wednesday morning, we'll see some showers coming through. Thursday afternoon, some showers. That's the main push, and then you'll see the front come through Friday and maybe even last into Friday. But by that time, the winds are coming around. So we'll see. The time is going to change on that one. That's a week out at this point. But you can see on the temperature map here, look at all the 80s. 70s possibly Friday and Saturday with that next air mass change, if it can get in here. And guys, we're getting to that time of year where, look, it's tough to get, it's not too tough right now, but it's getting closer and closer to make it hard to get cold fronts to come all the way through here and cool us off. All right, so there's a look at the radar. Let me show you one more time, put this in motion and show you the storms coming at us. Certainly be prepared for some gusty winds and a little bit of lightning. haven't seen too much in the way of rotation. That's something we'll be keeping an eye on for you this afternoon and evening. Any questions out there? Anybody got anything left over? Hi, Rosie. How are you doing today? Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Becky's watching. Becky, good to hear from you too. Watching from Vero Beach. Are we going to get hit with this? Jolene, Vero Beach. Eventually you'll get some, but if you're talking about southeast, it looks like it's going to take a while. But yeah, eventually it's going to come through. You're kind of the same setup as the Tampa area. It'll be, about 12 hours behind at least from when we're going to get the rain. All right, any other questions out there? So, look, we'll be on TV here at 10 Tampa Bay at 5 o'clock, just over an hour from now. We're going to have the latest model runs, and that really helps plan. I know I've been talking to several folks on the phone today that have got things going on this weekend. There's a fishing tournament tomorrow. We got lots of stuff going around St. Pete and Tampa. And a lot of the day actually looks good on Saturday, so the first half especially. And tomorrow, I think for the most part, especially once we get past lunchtime, tomorrow actually looks pretty good as well, too. Becky, you too. Phil says, how bad for Bradenton? Not bad, Phil. In fact, for you, it's not as bad as would be further to the north. They will continue to weaken as they get closer to Bradenton area. West Chase. Wayne, basically same deal. I think it'll be this tonight, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Showers and storms start coming through. May actually see a couple sprinkles before that. You see what's happening here? Pasco, Hernando, Citrus County. That's going to be happening in Pinellas County. Probably as early as 6, 7 o'clock tonight. And that includes West Chase, Northwest Hillsborough as well. But that's just shower activity. What we're trying to figure out is, do these weaken like the model suggests they will? They won't completely weaken, but will the intensity come down? And what do they look like by the time they get here? Oh, Friendships Walk. Oh, Rosie, when is that? May 14th. Yeah, we'll get that forecast for you when we get closer to that. That should be nice and fun out there for that. It's an awesome thing to do. When will Crystal River get bad weather? Any tornadoes? Betty, you can see the storms aren't far away. In fact, since I got you here, let's zoom in here. This line, I'm going to mark it. Let's just kind of get a speed on it here. It's 350. Let's go back to 250. I want to see how fast this line is moving. 25 miles an hour. So if I track this at 25, where's my line here for 25? I'm going to lead it just a little bit. So that would be the core of those stronger storms coming in. Crystal River around 4:30. So what do we got? We got about 40 minutes or so from now. Hernando a little bit later than that, obviously. And if you look, Hernando is about 5 o'clock, and if you kind of draw that line, that's about the same as you get down towards northwest parts of Hernando County as well, not just Hernando, the city, in Citrus County. All right, guys, that's it. You know what? While we're here, why don't I just do that? It's going to take, I know this is not going to be exactly accurate because this line is not moving all in that direction at the same time, but just to give you a little bit of time. Carrollwood, 7:15. I think it's closer to 7:30, 8 o'clock, really. Hudson right around 5:22. Tarpon Springs around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. Right now, no watches, no warnings. You seen, Tyler, you seen the SPC?
They haven't done it.
They haven't said anything, right?
No. We're watching that.
Yeah. So the folks that issue the watches, they're not saying anything in particular about us, so it doesn't look like they'd be issuing anything for us right now. This line had thunderstorm warnings, it had tornado warnings, it had tornado watches all along it for the past 3 days, really, from East Texas. And 2 fatalities last night up in the Panhandle, about 5 in the morning Eastern time. Tornado went through there, just deadly. But the severe weather dynamics are better up to the north. And that's why they have the watches and warnings that they do have up into the Carolinas right now. What we have is this right here. This is the marine warning that they issue for boaters. But if you look at as far as watches and warnings over land go, you've got these tornado watches and warnings Oh, no, I guess they put the tornadoes there in the yellow for the Carolinas. And then the DC area has severe thunderstorm watch. So a lot of the spin is sitting here in the Carolinas that they have to watch for. All right, we good to go? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching today. I hope you have a great afternoon out there. Again, we'll be on 10 Tampa Bay at 5 p.m. Channel 10. Tune into that. And if you have any questions, you can post them in here in the comments, and we'll keep an eye on that. If you're watching on 10 Tampa Bay Facebook page, don't forget mine's Bobby Deskin's Weather. I'm on that one a little bit more, so I may see your question better there. All right, have a good one, guys. We'll see you in just a little bit.